I'm Trey Ferguson. I'm a minister here in South Florida, and I'm the author of Theologizin Bigger, Homilies on living freely and loving holy. I wrote this book for a younger version of myself, a version who was raised in and around church, but didn't necessarily know exactly what I believed or why I believed in it. The version of myself who had a whole bunch of questions but wasn't sure if I was allowed to ask them. The version of myself who at the exact same time inherited a very ancient faith in a rapidly changing world. See, I got this theory that as technology changes the ways that we communicate, sometimes our faith encounters real strong challenges. Almost 500 years ago, we had the printing press invented, and that changed the way that information was disseminated. About that same time, the church underwent what is known as the Protestant Reformation. You fast forward half a millennium, and now we got the internet in the palm of our hands. We can have conversations with people on the other side of the planet without leaving our living room. And as we encounter people who experience the world in fundamentally different ways than we do, sometimes it's harder to make sense of this faith of ours. And so I wrote Theologizin Bigger to help that version of me deal with the things that we have to deal with on a regular basis. How do we handle ancient texts written in languages that nobody speaks today? How do we deal with the fact that some people use the same stories to communicate fundamentally different things? So how do I handle the reality that as a Black man in these here United States, there are lots of people who call on the same Jesus as justification to treat people who look like me the wrong way? My answer to all of those questions is Theologizin Bigger. Re-engaging the imagination that I believe God gave us to lead ourselves and our neighbors to places where we can live more freely and love more wholly. I think the answer is locked in our capacity to take some of the things that we've inherited and repurpose them in ways that actually serve the world that we've inherited. I don't think we have to be trapped by old paradigms that have shown to be harmful, that have shown to limit ourselves in ways that aren't actually good. And so I think Theologizin Bigger is an encouragement to that younger version of myself that what you see is not all there is. And that when we can see it up here, we can make it happen out here. And if any of that sounds like you, then maybe Theologizin Bigger is for you too. Luckily, because of all that technology, you can go wherever you buy books, online, whatever that looks like, grab you a copy of Theologizin Bigger, Homilies on living freely and loving holy. I'm committed to your wholeness.